Yo, how's it going, guys? Today I bring to you another car review. This time we have a 2023 Volkswagen Tiguan. This is in titanium gray metallic, which is a pretty nice color. And this is the SEL black R trim level. 19-inch wheels, Pirelli tires, 255, 45, 19. This is my parents' car. They got this to replace their Nissan Altima, which had a failed transmission. But a very sophisticated looking vehicle, nice color. I do kind of question the long-term reliability of Volkswagen, but as long as it's under warranty, everything should be fully covered. So we'll go ahead and check out the interior, exterior, and show the engine and talk about the specs. Stay tuned. So powering the 2023 Volkswagen Tiguan is a 2-liter TFSI, 2-liter turbo, 184 horsepower, 220 foot-pounds of torque, direct injected turbocharged engine. Now this is very popular engine with Volkswagen. They use it in the Audi, Volkswagen GTI, and in this particular vehicle they detuned it from roughly 220 horsepower to 184. So it's not exactly the fastest vehicle in the world, given that this is a 4,000-pound SUV, but it'll basically be okay. I think the 0 to 60 is around 8.9 to 9 seconds on this particular model. Now, as I said, this is the SE black trim level, so it is front-wheel drive. So if you take a look underneath, there's no rear axle unless it's a front-wheel drive vehicle. And unfortunately, these exhaust ports here are fake. The exhaust is actually underneath the vehicle, but it does give a nice sporty look overall. So we'll go ahead and check out the interior and talk about more specs of the interior and radio and stuff like that. So jumping into the interior, the start button for the vehicle is right here on the gear shift. So put your foot on the brake and start the vehicle. And we do have an all digital display here. Now, some people are not a big fan of these touch-sensitive controls, and I'm not exactly the biggest fan either. But they do work. They just take a little bit more messing around with getting used to. So at your instrument cluster, we have basically an all-digital display, which is pretty common with Audi vehicles, and now Volkswagen. And moving on to the steering wheel, we have controls for the radio, adaptive cruise control, which this vehicle does have. And then all the windows are one touch open, which I definitely appreciate on German vehicles. You know, I wish every manufacturer would actually do this, because I mean, how hard would it be just to have a one touch auto for all four of the controls there? So we do have the panoramic sunroof. Now this is all covered right now because it is a very hot day, but you can open this. And you have a lot of real estate space here for opening up everything, but it looks really cool. Now jumping into the seats, they're not very well bolstered, but they do hold you in fairly nicely. Nice carbon fiber fake carbon fiber trim there, but nice looking interior overall. So we'll go ahead and check out the back seats, check out the rear seat room, and then we'll talk about the cargo space in the trunk or in the back of the vehicle. Stay tuned. Now, sitting in the back, I do have plenty of space. I do have my seat kind of far back right now, and there is a center armrest, and you do have your own vents, USB-C charger, and yeah, pretty basic. And this also is available with a third row. This does not have the third row seat, which I don't really think my parents need for their usage. But we'll check out the cargo space, and then we'll talk about more of the vehicle in a minute. And then moving on to cargo room, there's a little latch here that you can open the lift gate here. And we do actually have a spare tire, which is definitely appreciated these days, with a lot of manufacturers not including that. And then we have a lever here to move down the second row of seats. and pretty nice overall. Looks pretty roomy and nice amount of space. I guess it is not power closing or opening. And then for the backup camera, we do have guidance lines and backup sensors, which is nice to have. And next we will take the vehicle for a spin and see how the driver dynamics are in the 2023 Volkswagen Tiguan, so stay tuned. Now, as I said before, this is powered by a 2-liter TFSI direct injected engine with 184 horsepower and 220 foot-pounds of torque. It's a 4,000-pound SUV, so it's not exactly going to get the best acceleration, but it is what it is. It's a basic economical vehicle which uses regular gas, so nothing too crazy when it comes to fuel. So we'll test out the power. Just going to do a little bit of acceleration. This vehicle only has 620 miles. It's not even really fully broken in. So we'll just test out the power very briefly and just go for a short spin and just see how the handling feels and stuff like that. Alright, so I'm going to go throttle and see how it feels. Yeah, definitely not a fast vehicle for sure. But it does have an 8-speed automatic, so it does have at least a real transmission, not like a CVT, which obviously you would expect on a Volkswagen. You either expect a DSG dual clutch transmission or an 8-speed automatic, which this Volkswagen Tiguan does have. In terms of handling, it feels pretty stable. I mean, it's, obviously it's no sports car, but it feels pretty decent. Check out the horn real quick. Basic sounding horn, nothing too teensy weensy, but it sounds decent. Now this does have lane keep assist and a few other basic options to kind of help with the steering. Earlier I felt when I was kind of veering off the center line, the steering wheel gave me a little bit of feedback, a little vibration that basically warns you you're staying in your lane. So. Brakes feel pretty good. Let's up the acceleration some more here. Yeah, definitely not going to win any races, but it is pretty smooth, I'd say. I let off the gas there, the transmission very smoothly shifted. I didn't feel any quirky jerkiness, which I would get in my V6 Accord, but pretty smooth overall. Smooth transition when you're on the gas and off the throttle. It's a smooth, smooth feeling. Go ahead and try sport mode here. So then you just pull the gear shift back once for sport mode, and I'm guessing it's going to kind of hold the gears a little bit more. Oh yeah, it does feel more responsive actually. It feels a lot more responsive. So let me mash the gas now. Yeah, a little bit more responsive. And then put it back in drive. You just pull back on the gear shift once. But yeah, like I said, not the fastest vehicle in the world. Pretty decent for what it is, basic. But overall, it feels very, very slow, very easy to drive, very smooth over these slight dips in the road, and very smooth in the climb. I think fuel economy in this, I think it's 26 city and 31 highway. Now this is the 4-wheel drive model, so it's going to get a little bit better fuel economy. Okay, I'm back, guys. So I got cut off my last portion of the video. So the fuel economy is 24 city, 31 highway. And this is the front-wheel drive model, so it gets 1 miles per gallon better in the city and 1 miles per gallon better in the highway. So overall, my overall thoughts on the vehicle is it's a pretty solid basic transportation vehicle with a little bit of luxury involved and some high-tech gadgetry that takes a little bit of getting used to, like some of the touch-sensitive controls. But overall, I think out of a 4 out of 5, I'd give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Pretty simple, basic form of transportation, and really not too much bad to say, except the long-term reliability is my only questionable thoughts of this vehicle. So overall, I'll give it a 4 out of 5, and it's a very solid vehicle. And obviously, with inflation, not exactly the best time to buy a vehicle. So, you know, I think any vehicle these days is more expensive. So that's one thing you got to worry about. With interest rates and all that stuff, it's very high. So that's one thing that you do have to worry about with luxury-oriented vehicles. So anyways, if you liked the video, feel free to give a like. And if you'd like to see more content like this, whether it be car videos, gaming videos, and other videos related to my Honda Accord V6 that I own, feel free to subscribe. So thanks for watching, appreciate all the support, and see you guys around.